So hey guys, this is the first video on this channel where I'll be solving the contest live. So let's start with the contest. I'm already late here. Video of some odd and some even. Okay. B and B minus A. What was the GCD? Oh, it is basically 2 into n. What the fuck is going on? Okay, here would be simply B and then I have B mod of A so that I get the remaining part. Yes. Yeah. This should be the fun. What the fuck? Okay. GCD of 1 is 1. Okay, I get 2 and 1 and if I get okay. So let's say if n equal to 0, if return 0, if n equal to 1, 1. Okay, the second one is partition array into k distinct groups. So you are given an integer enums and an integer k. Okay. Your task is to determine whether it is possible to partition all elements into one or more groups such that each group contains exactly k distinct elements. Okay, we have to partition it into one or more groups. Okay, one or more groups such that each group contains exactly k distinct elements. Okay, each element in the nums must be assigned to exactly one group. Okay, return to if such a partition is possible, otherwise return false. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 and we want to have two distinct elements. So if we start from any position, then we can stretch up to k distinct elements, and once we find a duplicate element we can get rid of that part and we can move ahead. Let's try to say this 1 2 3 4. Let's say I have something like okay, so I have like 1 2 3 and 4. Then here I have k equal to, I can start from here. While I have three distinct elements, I can go up till this, and then again I can start my new. Okay, what if there is two? Then I can go till here, then I can go till this point. So the length of the array divided by k should give me the number of, give me the so I have this k and I have to divide it to this part. So okay, so this will give me the number of groups which I can form. Okay, so this many groups I can form. Let's try to see. Oh, if the recording is, yeah, it is fine. Okay, 3 5 2 2 and keys 2. Can we form a group? Oh, we have 2 3 and 2 5. Okay, so we can shuffle the array. Great, we can shuffle the array. Great. Then okay, now I have observation here that let's say I have the same test case 3 5 2 2. So 3 5 2 2. Now I want k distinct groups. Okay, which means that I can form n by k groups. Okay, and since I want the distinct element in each of the group, which means that for every element it should not be greater than the like its frequency should not be greater than k, then only I can split this. Like let's say here k is 2, so I can form these groups. But what if the frequency was something like, let's say 1 more 2, and here maybe it is 3. So now these two are to be placed in 3 groups, and 1 2 3 3 groups are possible. Now if we change this to 2, then again I have 4 2s. Let's say 4 2s. So this should not be, so the frequency of any element should not be greater than the number of groups. Okay, because if this is the case, then then the element can be placed in all groups, and one element will remain, or one group will contain extra element of the same type. Okay, so I can just count the frequency of each element. Then I can just pronounce. And then what I can do is I can just map dot put that number and 0 and that number. Oh, sorry. That number and its frequency +1. Great. Then I have groups as what is the number of groups, which is nums dot length by k. So is k 0? No, k is never 0. Okay, so I got the number of groups. So I'll check for all the elements. Entry in this map if dot get value, if this is greater than g, return false, return true. What is the compilation error? I have this map as the hash map. What is the silly mistake did I? It's not basically JavaScript. In map dot entry set. Okay, so it is true, true and true. What? True, true and false. Okay, so here it is false because we have the group as k, and the number of elements cannot be formed in valid groups, because if we want to divide it into 3 groups, the size should be divisible, right? The size should be divisible. So we have to return if nums dot length mod of this k not equal to 0, we have to return false, because this means that there are no sufficient elements in the array to divide. So it is false, true, true, and let's try with a test case. Let's say I have something like 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 5, and let's say I have 6. So this cannot be formed into valid groups. So the length is 3 plus 3 is 6. So let's try to run this, and it should give me false. Indeed. Yes. Great.